What's up? Good day to all. Thank you back for tuning in. This week we have something new, right? This week this was just amazing. I mean, the market was just giving me some nice setups. But then, and this very week I made my first withdrawal. I think I'll be doing a live withdrawal with you guys. I think I made 1,700 and something. I'll make a live withdrawal with you guys so that you see it for yourself. I think I'll withdraw some and not all. But then I want to show you guys what I saw on the charts with GU. I took some trades on GU and then pound CHF. I'd like to kind of go about it and maybe add some few tips. So let's dive right in. I'm going to be sharing my screen now with you guys. So good evening or good day once again wherever you are. Thank you for tuning in again. I'm going to be showing you the kind of trades I took this week for me to make $100 on my account, also on my real account, and I made $132 on my prop firm too. I'll show that one too on the screen here. But let's dig in the trades I took. I took many trades, but mainly it was GU and pound CHF. So let's break down the GU and what I saw this week, and I took it. So as you can see, this from the higher time frame, that's the daily time frame. You see that price made its way from all the way here to the target points. So that means price has taken out external range liquidity, right? So usually when that happens, usually price will kind of relax or pull back a bit. So mean that this week our draw on liquidity is the internal range liquidity. So mean that GU is going to be selling. So what do? I frame my trades based on that. And this week we had FOMC. So what happened was price, if you can see what happened here on this is what happened on, I think, Wednesday. Hold on. Let me get it right, please. Right. So this is GU here. This one on Tuesday, and this is what happened here on Wednesday. So I was expecting the FOMC to be a sell, because usually high impact news supports the charts patterns. High impact news kind of support it. So usually if my chart work is saying that price is going to be selling, usually high impact news will just drive price to the TP area or drive price to the area of liquidity quite faster than usual. So this week I was expecting a sell. So as you can see here, my first entry was up here somewhere. Why? Because when price got here, there was an area of liquidity, so there became a reaction point for price to reverse back. So price is going back for liquidity to kind of break these equals over here, and then the very last point of the very last order block that caused this whole movement here was this consecutive green candles over here. So I marked this whole area out as the order block that price should be going back to. If you go down to the lower time frames, you see that there's an area of liquidity very close by. If we look at this high here, I'm going to mark it out so that you see it. This right over here, this high is an area of liquidity over here. So as you can see, price came back to the order block and took out the liquidity. So now I took my first entry right about there. This entry was a bit wide, but it is what it is. Then the very next day, price formed this, and this is what I took as my prime entry. You see, price took out, if you look at this black candle here, it took out liquidity, broke broke this low over here. I should mark it out. This low over here, broke this low over here, form liquidity. Hold on, let me go down to the 5 minutes so that you see more clearly. Right, it broke down, it formed some liquidity over here, and then came back to the other block over here. This block here came back to it, but I missed this entry. Obviously, I missed it. But I think the very next day, price did something nice, and you see here again too, the same thing happened. Another block over here, price formed liquidity, and it came back for it, back to the other block, broke again. So as you can see, this whole candle here, this from here to here, is our new order block. This consecutive green candles are here is our new order block, but that is too wide, so we must refine it down to the small time frames for a more precise entry. So if you go down to the lower time frames, you will see that let's go to the M1. I must go back all the way to the M1. Go back. If you go back, you see that it gets more precise, right? So these three candles form our order block, but because the liquidity points is deeper inside, I used the last candle as the order block, and then that was where I took my entry from. I'll share my chart with my video with you. So that's where I took my entry from. Price came to it, kind of tapped me in, and then dropped. So that was the trade we took, and that was a 1 to 8 on pound USD. That was the first trade we took. I'll share with you the screenshots. Then let's check our pound CHF. Here to had a similar story too. I was expecting a sell on this very pair. That's what exactly happened this week too. See, as price has done this was the very candle, this very candle over here. I should mark it out. Took out liquidity, these old highs, took them out and broke structure. So that point is a point where I would like price to return to at some point in the future. So let's zoom in for more so that it is more precise. As you can see, the very last candle, that's what I use as the order block, and then I should mark it out so it's more clearer. So now these 2 points serve as our they are areas of liquidity. So see, price went all the way and then came back to take it out. I thought I put my entry there, but I actually missed that entry. I actually missed it because my entry was a bit too deep in, so I missed it. But luckily for me, that very same day on the 15-minute, a similar setup happened. A similar setup happened, and that one was actually more precise than the first one. So for this entry over here, you see that if you look closely here, right, this candle here is our order block, right? Why? Because it took out liquidity and caused the break of structure here. It formed liquidity before it left, so price came down, came back for liquidity, and again went down. So now this high over here is protected. Let me take out these ones. This high over here is now protected, so price shouldn't come back to it again. This high now is kind of protected. Price shouldn't come back to it. So now the series of up candles, that's these two green candles, is now our new order block, which price shouldn't go past. So lo and behold, price from the order block took our liquidity, and we've got a break of pressure here, over here. Beautiful break of pressure here. Nice. And price came back and formed liquidity and then pushed down. So my entry was, I think, let me go down to the 1 minute. I'm sure it's more precise over there, so that we'll see what I saw and I took it. I really like more precise entries. You know, it makes trading very nice something. You know, if you get more precise entries, you can have a smaller R, smaller risk reward. So if we look closely, these two candles over here are the main order block. See, it's very deep, and the area of liquidity is over here. This very candle, the tip of that candle. So hopefully price should come back to that, right? So the very next day, what happened? Price came back to it and went deeper, and that was where I had my second entry. I took that entry and I had a nice I think I closed out early. I closed somewhere here, so I had a good 1 to 4.8. So those are the two trades that made me $100 this week. So now let's go to I've shown you what happened this week. Let me show you. Let me log into my account and then make the live withdrawal for you guys so that you see it for yourself. Live withdrawals. This here marks our very first withdrawal. Stay tuned. Let's try and get it. Let's try and get it. As you can see, we are on. I think we are on my Exness account page. Right, this is the web page, and this is our current account balance. I took it from $26.7 to $134.3. Let's look at the trades I took this week over here so that you see for yourself that it's all live. It's not faking. It's all live. Let's go to our history. Come on, history. About today or yesterday. Where's the account? All right. So began from here. That's 70 million. The last trade was somewhere in February, but this 7th May. We made our first $20 on the pounds THF, and then the second trade was on GU. See, that's 77.66. Then our third profit, then we took a loss on silver. That's $10, and we got an entry on silver for $17. You know, and we took some L's here and there, but overall we made some profits. That's we made 192 profits. 129 dollars. Now let's check out let's go and withdraw some of the funds. So you see that it's live. This is my first withdrawal, bro. If you come this far, our first withdrawal. So I'm going to be drawing $26 out. That's all I need. Because I'm gonna put the rest back into the account for trading, you know, as the trading capital. Because I'm gonna try and scale it up to 1K and see how it goes. Continue. This is how much we get. Confirm. So they're asking me to open my Exness app. So let me record it on my phone and show you guys. So as you can see, this is my screen right now. That to withdraw some funds. So I'm going to put for the verification I received on my phone on the PC. Right? I think there is a slow network, so there we go. Confirm the action. So we have withdrawn some of the money. Let's see that we get a tip. So that's our withdrawal being processed. You get the update when it's all done. So guys, that's about it for the week. That's what we made this week. We made our very first withdrawal of 26.35. That's 250 Ghana cedis. That's something. That's my first ever withdrawal. But then I left the 103 because I want to use that as the capital to scale it up to 1k. And I'm going to document every part of the process. How I'm going to take it from 100 dollars slowly scale it up to 1k. I'll share with you guys my risk plan, my risk management plan, my everything. I'm going to share with you guys and how I intend to get there. Every setup I take, I'm going to drop it all here for you guys. So but then I learned some lessons too. I want to share with you guys. The very first thing I learned was that I cannot be a swing trader because the markets were kind of ranging a lot this week to go down, come up, go down, come up. And so that for me it was so taxing, like mentally it was so taxing. Like I would be staring at my phone for long hours. It's so taxing, so taxing. I just couldn't do it. For me, if it's up to me, I'll just and take entry on the M5 within like a few hours. It should hit TP. I have to be an whether a scalper or an intraday trader. But most likely I'll be an intraday trader. I cannot be a scalper, so I won't force myself to be scalping, to be sorry, to be swinging anymore. Second thing I learned was that if it comes to money, I'm quite greedy, like really, really greedy, because I was just having the edge to just keep going, keep trading. I just wasn't stopping. Mind you, I've not missed such funds before, but then it's like I wasn't even grateful for what I had made. So I had to just close everything and just turn off the phone just to kind of save myself from making else or shooting myself in the foot. And I'm going to do that until next week. I'll come again live again fresh next week. Go willing. I'll share with you the plan I intend to use to scale the account up to 1k. Let's see how it goes. Hopefully it goes well. Yeah. So right now I'm going to limit myself as profit wise. See, you must limit yourself both ways, profit wise, so that to kind of control your greed, and then your loss wise, so as to take care of your fear, so that way the fear and the greed, they are all kind of cancelled out. So now that way you can trade with no, like, just you can just enter where you are meant to enter with no errors, just flawless entries. That's what I'm for. So from now I'm going to be targeting certain amounts per week. And that's it. That's it. That's it. Aside from that, I think I learned that it's good to compound. Like, compound everything slowly. Compound everything slowly. That's the key. Compound it. Don't try to rush everything. Just don't try to flip the account. Just compound it slowly, and so it will all make sense. Eventually, it will make sense. So that's been it. I think I'll give you an update on what happened to on my Prop Firm 2 this week. Hopefully it all goes well. And I'll share with you how I came out of the drawdown. That's from my last video. I'll share with you guys how I came out of the drawdown. And you see it. I'm going to pass that account probably by next week. Let's see how it goes. Until then, I'll see you guys next time.